Alright, this is Unit 4 on Google Sites, and we will see here that you'll be creating a unit, or you'll be creating a Google site in Unit 4. There's a wiki, and that will be posted on the following pages. You will use all your tools that you have learned within the Google Sites. You will use Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Forms. You will also use your experience along with the Google Docs, the Google Slides, and the Google Forms that you have already created for your Google site. And we will go down here, show you the wiki space. We'll click on wiki space here. So this is where you can access the wiki space. And this is what the wiki space looks like. So you'll see the wiki space has a warm-up, so you will find within the warm-up Google form link that you'll need to click on to access. You will also find an introduction. Then the introduction, there's the learning target, the purpose, the benefits, and the prior knowledge. There's the presentation, which has a PowerPoint over what you can observe, and introduce you to the information. There's the practice, and the practice is to build a Google site based on some requirements which are listed on the page. There's the application, which you will find and build a Google site based on your understanding of Google Sites along with implementing your experience or career. Then there's the evaluation, which is a Google form that you'll need to click on to access. So that's the wiki space. There's also the information over here. But I want to go back here to our Google site. So we'll click on warm up. The warm up here is a link. Click on the link, and you will put your name, your first name, your last name. Have you ever used Google Sites before? Have you ever created your own web page? Have you ever documented your experience? Have you ever completed research? Have you ever created online curriculum? Have you ever used any Google products? Have you ever taken any online courses? Have you ever had to embed graphics? Have you ever had to embed videos? Have you ever shared your experience? And then you will tell me what technology you're familiar with and what Google products you have ever used. So that is the warm-up. Then we'll go back down here. We will go to the introduction. Introduction is the topic being covered as web design using Google Sites with your career. And then there's the learning target. So you'll be able to understand and apply your experience within Google Sites with at least 80% accuracy. Purpose is to understand basic web design, to create a Google site, to apply images to your Google site, to apply videos to your Google site, to use different forms of technology in your Google site. So slides, Google Docs, Google Forms. You will be able to search for content on your career and put that on Google Sites. You'll be able to apply the Google Sites to your current career. Be able to compile the information and put that on Google Sites. You will be able to present information on your career in an organized manner using Google Sites. Then you'll publish it, and that'll be within your career experience knowledge of various roles. And then the benefits. So the benefits are to apply web design to your real life, to create a Google site that represents your life along with your experience and career, to apply images to your Google site that represent your career experience, videos that represent your career experience, use different forms of technology within your career and experience in the Google site, to be able to apply and search content, put that in your Google site based on your career and experience, to be able to compile new information in your Google site based on your career and experience, to be able to present information in an organized manner that represents your career and experience, to be able to publish and share your Google site based on your career and experience. Prior knowledge, again, is the survey. So you will need to go and take that warm-up. Presentation. We will click on the presentation down here. Let me start here. So the presentation is Google Sites presentation. You'll have to sign in if you don't have an account. To create an account, you click more options and then create an account and fill out the information on the right hand side of the page. Step 1, you'll click up there. Step 2, you'll click more. Step 3, even more from Google. And then step 4, you'll find Google Sites. Step 1 inside Google Sites. So you'll click and create a new site. For step 2, you'll create a classic site or a new site. You'll create a site. You will create a classic site or new site. Step 4, and then step 5, you'll name your site. Then this is to begin your Google site. You can do it. Basic requirements are to have a home page, about the instructor page, aims, goals, and objectives page, monthly calendar, philosophy, rationale for curriculum, scope and sequence, and 5 units. So beginning your Google site, you'll have a home page. So you'll create a title page similar to this one with a welcome, listed units, graphics, whatever you find interesting that captures your teaching experience. Again, this is only an example. Your page should represent you. So here's an about the instructor page. Here's the aims, goals, and objectives page. Here's your monthly calendar page. Here's your philosophy page. Here's your rationale for curriculum page. Here's the scope and sequence page. Here's the units, the 5 of them listed on the left side. That is the end of that presentation. Then you will see down here, there are the slides listed. Let's go to practice. So then practice, first you will observe some different Google sites. So here's a history one. Here is a Dakota, Lakota, Nakota one. Here is a Introduction to Computer one. And then here is a ePortfolio. This one's within the new Google Sites. Then second, you will observe this Google site. Second you'll observe this Google site here. And then you will use this to begin your practice. So this is your practice Google site that will be used for for me to observe you practicing before beginning the final assignment that you will have to do. This will help you to begin thinking about your final assignment. You will begin with telling me about you, what you expect to learn from creating a Google site, your education, your experience, your ideal classroom. So here's the About You page. Here is the second page, so what you expect to learn from creating a Google site. Here's your third page, the education, about you. Here's the fourth page, your experience. And then here's the final page, your ideal classroom. So this is the requirements. And then it lists all the slides down here. Again, this goes over the requirements. And then fourth, you will click on Unit 4. And here's the discussion. So you're going to share your practice Google site here in the forums. Then we'll go back up. Here's the application. Within the application, you will begin with slide 7 and go all the way through slide 15. And this is in the presentation PowerPoint. So you will need a home page, about the instructor page, aims, goals, and objective page, monthly calendar, philosophy, rationale for curriculum, scope and sequence, and you will need 5 units. And then you can do any customizations that you want to your Google site. Again, this is your customization, your experience, your teaching, your learning, and you can do what you want to do. But then after you complete your Google site, you will go down here in Unit 4 and you will share here. And you'll tell me about how you will use this for within the future. So then that is the application. The evaluation. It is a link. You will click on the link and you will complete this evaluation. And this evaluation is an assessment, so I'm not going to go over it with you. You can take the assessment after you finish the unit. And then we will go down to the discussion for Unit 4. The discussion on Unit 4 is listed here. You will click on week 4 and you will find 5 facts about Google Sites and how you will use it in your classroom and share those in this discussion. So that is what you will do with Unit 4 discussion. Alright, so this is a presentation over the Unit 4 Google Sites. And I hope that you find Google Sites interesting and you are able to integrate Google Forms, Google Slides, and Google Docs into your Google site. Again, this is Unit 4 on Google Sites. Thank you. Talk to you later.